What's up, everyone? This is gonna be my Raw review from last night. I'm gonna just keep it really short because yeah, I don't have much time right now. But basically, I'm just gonna go over the main points. Obviously, the big one, Edge retiring, due to injury, complications from his broken neck. Just it never or hasn't been improving. So he had to call it quits. So, and I don't blame him. Better to go out right now on top as world champion than just stick around for a while and still be wrestling like with like guys like Flair and fucking Hogan or in their late 50s, early 60s. I mean, you know, might as well retire when you can still walk and want to be able to live a normal life. So kudos to Edge for doing that. I'm gonna miss him. And by the way, I may do a video later tonight about like Edge. So yeah, stick around for that. And let's see what else happened. So there was a main event was like a 5-man gauntlet match to determine the number one contender for the WWE title at Extreme Rules. Two men started the ring, and then the winner of that match would face the other three who would come down. So basically, like 3, 4 short like matches in itself. First match was Orton Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler won. Mike McGillicuddy and David Otunga distracted Orton of the new Nexus, so I guess they're back. I guess they actually weren't gone for good, and they came back from FCW, which is good. I'm happy to see that. They didn't just completely do away with the Nexus. Um, but Dolph Ziggler won that. He rolled Orton up for the three. So nice to see Ziggler go over there, and Orton obviously is still feuding with Punk, so he didn't need that. Um, and then the second match, Dolph Ziggler versus uh, R-Truth won, and then Dolph Ziggler versus John Morrison, and that was a nice little match. And Truth won that too. And at this point, I was like, because Cena's obviously going to come out last, and I was like, why couldn't they have just had Morrison won? Because uh, now it's obvious Cena's going to win. Because I figured, hey, if Morrison wins, maybe he'll actually be in that match, Miz Morrison, the title. But Truth beat Ziggler and Morrison with basically Shelton Benjamin's pay dirt. I don't know if he's using that as a new finisher. Um, and then let's see. Oh yeah, so then Cena came out last, and then he and Truth had a actually good little match. And Miz was at ringside with Alex Riley, and the match ended a double disqualification. With Miz attacking Cena and Alex Riley attacking R-Truth. So the ref called for the bell, and Miz got on the mic afterwards and said, now there's no number one contender for the WWE title at Extreme Rules. An email came in and said, "You're right, Miz." By the way, JR was back on Raw tonight, which I'll get to in a sec. But you're right, Miz. Like, there's no number one contender for the WWE title. But actually, now there's two. So Extreme Rules, it's gonna be John Cena, R-Truth, and The Miz in a triple threat match for the WWE title. I'm not a big fan of R-Truth, but I'm happy that they're he's actually getting a chance. And I just read that would have been Morrison. Morrison probably would have won that if he didn't have heat backstage with Trish Stratus. Um, so good for Truth. I actually hope he wins the title. No joke. Cena doesn't need to win. And Miz, I think he's had a nice enough reign, long enough, so why not give someone else a chance? And then so Michael Cole, Jack Swagger versus Jerry the King Lawler, and JR was in King's corner and Cole was in Swagger's. My God, Michael Cole will not shut the hell up. He just repeats everything he says, and he says it like 10 times. It's fucking ridiculous. But if King won, he'd face Cole at Extreme Rules and obviously get to pick the match type and stuff. But if Swagger won, Cole would never have to face King again. So basically, Cole was trying to distract King on the apron. JR took out his legs, took Cole down off the apron, and then Swagger got rolled up by King for the three, and the crowd was really into it. I was in Bridgeport, Connecticut, by the way, so the crowd was really into it. And then so King got the three, and then after the match, Cole got in Swagger's face and he actually slapped him, which I was like, wow. And then Swagger started to get pissed, and Cole, of course, left the ring like a little pussy he is. So then King got on the mic and said, hey, Cole's basically like, where were you? Like, how did that happen or whatever? And King was like, the match I've chosen is going to be a tag team. He's like, I get to choose the match and the stipulation. So he's like, it's going to be a tag team match, me and good old JR against you and your former friend Jack Swagger. And he's like, what do you think about that, Jack, the guy who just slapped you in the face, slapped taste out of your mouth? And so I guess I hope there's a stipulation to that, because I mean, you can't. It's Extreme Rules. You're really just gonna have a regular tag team match. So maybe King will announce a stipulation next week. CM Punk wasn't on Raw tonight, um, which is weird. Oh, and the last notable thing to mention is Sin Cara had a match, his first match with Primo. It was a really good match. I actually enjoyed it. It was probably like 8 7 8 minutes. It was really enjoyable. Sin Cara is fucking awesome. Holy shit, his finisher. He won the match like this backwards, like off the top rope, like backflip rock bottom. It was the most insane thing I've ever seen. And he was just doing some crazy spots like with Hurricane Ranas, and just he's unbelievable athlete. He's fucking insane. So he won that. Primo actually botched it when they were up on the top rope. Primo slipped, and Sin Cara actually kind of got knocked down off the apron, so he got to go back up and give the finisher to him. So I think Primo can pack his bags. That's why he's a jobber. Um, but yeah, that match was awesome. Um, let's see what else. Sin Cara won, and then there was like a match with the Core. The Core got like started like getting into it with each other. Like Wade Barrett's like, we lost at WrestleMania, but like due to no fault of my own or whatever. And uh, they all got on the mic, and basically there's a match: the Core versus Santino, Evan Bourne, Daniel Bryan, and Mark Henry. And the Core ended up winning. Heath Slater got the win over Santino, the pinfall. So good to see that. I'm happy the Core won. They should have won at WrestleMania. I don't know why they're having them win these matches like 2 weeks in a row now. Should have just put them over the biggest show you have. Fucking retarded. So and yeah, Edge apparently tonight on in the SmackDown tapings he's gonna surrender his world title, and I would not be surprised if it's gonna be Christian versus Del Rio now for the world title at Extreme Rules. It should be. Christian fucking deserves it, and Edge would want that too. So um, that's pretty much it, guys. Oh yeah, in Eve lost her Divas title to Brie Bella, um, and which is kind of cool, I guess. I like the Bella twins. And there was also a promo for Awesome Kong coming to WWE. It was really well done. It's kind of creepy. They just showed like this doll, and you just see her hand, and like her dreads, and she flicks the doll's head off like that, and she just has this crazy laugh afterwards. So I guess she's coming. I heard she just went to FCW, so she's probably gonna come to Raw like within the next few weeks. So I'm excited for that. So as Kong most likely. So it's cool to see that. And then there was a backstage segment with Eve and the Divas. She's like, all you Divas are the same. It's like it's not about. No one cares about anyone else. It's all about the Divas title. And like Natty and Gail came and she got pissed at them. So I'm almost done. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back later tonight. I may do a video on Edge, and yeah, subscribe if you guys haven't. If I missed anything, let me know what you thought of Raw last night. I'm out. Peace.